that's not so much of a blockage, because there are some people that have made it, have achieved like big things, yet they came from a township, they came from many situations that we come from. Mindset, beliefs, and money, main three things that you can actually zoom in to find out the secret. Because I remember for the very first time I started drifting towards progress myself, it was someone telling me their story, and in a context that I could understand. Like when Nelson Mandela say, when you speak a person's language, you speak to their heart. I could really understand this gentleman when he was unfolding his story, that this is how I started and this is where I'm at right now. And I adopted the same thing. And yeah, it's the same thing. We just want to make many stories available.
Sometimes market like will prove you wrong, and then you want to prove it right and keep on proving you wrong. So if I have to start again, it will be road again before. I think it was the best road because of okay.
Which road is that?
Road or ke batle knowledge. Ne. Ke batle knowledge even though ntse ke tsa tšhelete. It's kind of talk like when you're losing money, it's when you want to understand why you're losing money by that time. And then talk like when you trade, you know there's a possibility of losing money, and then how much are you willing to risk and how much are you willing to gain based on your trade. Yeah. Because that's whereby if you check out like the mistakes are, they're always based on it's either like the credit, yeah, or any on a fool, fear of missing out. Yeah. And then until the correct like trading plan and my trading goals. Because of also my get my personality. If like motor or aggressive, then you are free man to risk. Unlike motor loading, I get 2000 I want to baby step it or a whole hand fear of losing. On a problem like in this industry whereby everyone is fear to lose money. And said part go how get all lose that money still in that if at all actually. So you need to just allow it. That's the reality. Like for example, as some feel like okay, it's today and then you're done with it. Because one thing I can promise you, even now it's actually late. You will say, but papa maybe will say 50,000, and then boom, with the more of your 50,000. Aye, after 2 days again, funding again, you want to raise 100k because of you understand.
Oh, yeah.
You understand that that's where money is. And also there are those moments of win. There's also moments of loser. And then go on to like I want everyone to understand. And then don't risk money that you can't afford to lose. I always emphasize that one because of Kiwana whereby you will be seeing forex scam. If ever this you know yana with level 2000 no trying to get the book guy on the chances are like I have to maybe get about 3k from that 2000 and then boom wait that 2000 3000 so now you are sitting with 5000 account and then you feel like no I can raise this 5000 account to 10,000 account and then boom you lose that 5000. And also discipline is very important. You have to discipline yourself where money
How's the
is.
discipline looking like, man?
Okay, Charles, they very sensitive, very sensitive because of it goes with energy. Money stays where it's being appreciated. In terms of by, make that example again. Over born over night duty and short. Guys, talking okay, it's 100 rand, 20 rand, 50 rand in. No man, I'm confused. It needs to me like appreciate man but one of the way it's the way appreciate the way go like innately wa go ikinya 120 randa 10 randa 50 randa 100 randa 200 who is can not if no check your steam rate in 500 rand on suspicious how then you are busy looking for 100 rand this guy no. So you have to value money and then respect money and also love money because the more attached it is the more to knowledge it.
I think that's the controversial thing people will hear out there, love money. But we're going to dive into it. So there's this time we're having this conversation, I think with your co-founder or your employee at that point in time. So I recently had my previous guest, Ati, mentioning that money is such a spiritual thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you are not spiritually
Yeah.
grounded, you will struggle to find means of having money.
Money.
I want us to get into details of that because you had, I think, deep insight on it. What does being spiritual with money mean?
Because spiritually money, it means that
Because that time you were speaking about, like, I think that conversation was more spiritual because it's talking about the emotions of people, how people think. Sometimes you even made an example that if you expecting 10,000 from someone and someone is said they're gonna pay you 10,000 and you start thinking hard about it.
Yeah. And then you make it to disappear.
Take me through that.
Okay, so let me put like this, ne? We are all connected, like in a universe. About to depend on like stim rate, you can feel if I'm sick or if there's something wrong with me, whereby if like image like and then you want to call me. And then there's something tells you like inside the stim rate, there's something yana, like because there's something happening with the person, and then you're the one to answer that call. And then you will be making means of one phone here, for example, and then go child and fit ish. And then with your call or with your voice, maybe that will motivate and then go hold happy. And then get happy. So let's understand charity and train whereby okay, get training about this away and for check poor people, how do they see money? How do they view money? Or check wealthy people, how do they view money? Us who want to spend in things that they're not going to bring money again.
Because as poor people,
And then wealthy people, they will want to focus on something that's going to bring money again. They focus on assets. Whereby he does not hesitate to spend 1 billion to buy a car. And that car has something in a limited edition. Maybe there are 10 of them in this world. And then he has one of it. And then each and every year, that car gains value, high drop. Unlike poor people, whereby you want to buy a polo. How many polo have been distributed each and every year? Each and model will again, depreciate. But then if you buy the additional model, high drop value. And check the quality from 1.2 million, still looking the additional like this year. Check them next year on another book. So rich people they understand that for charity is respect. Or respect always. So how is it fail? Like think before you spend that money, like hard. Because of now we rush out like it goes with mindset. How poor. We are talking about your mindset. Your mindset is poor. You can't deal with money. It's going to take you time until maybe you discover the wealth of money. Like maybe Ubato or bring up that mindset to our wealth. Okay, if I'm having 100,000, it doesn't mean like I have to spend it now, or I also know one of 100,000. So one problem like we want you to discover that I have 100,000 in my account, and then that's why you're going to determine me so or no. I had a man estimate millionaire. But then I've been quiet because I don't feel like I have to people but for millionaire. And then when you discover that I'm millionaire, then give millionaire. Because that's how wealthy people do. You will only discover the net worth one. They are not. How they feel that. Or she want to want to feel. And to want or na me by investing to go guy by say. When I did assets, they don't discover them.
Bro.
So the spiritually such a late.
Please.
So hang out before that they would more bless with something. Why share by below how? Because of one other time that who convince like that they would or draw or now convince and then also to people are it is go whereby let's say maybe kabole mutual mo feel or dedicated life am okay by that moment and then we go find them if you can bless a pool. Ke tlo tsa mosebetsi wa hao e tlo nka ba phutho ba hao ke tlo tsa make sure for ha ke go ba le system ma tshwantsho lo bina kae ka go tsa ba invite ya kae I will be making sure I'm putting her there and then but pelo ya hao ha jwalo wow I get off that polo ke man se go bona so shapile di drop what for instance ne and then ha o sa le motho o yang mo kerekeng. So modimo wa bona fa ka se bless ka ntho le gone o tlo a gontsha le ena o batla go blessa ka ntho le gone o tlo bringa more mo go ena. Like I got to bless us, God, and no, I got what I want, then it's fine.
Do you know how does that concept differ to people that don't believe in God? How does it look like?
It's more by bits of luck. Kiki be feel as well for like luck. For I can like I want to give up a polo. I was not what I was not what. Forgetting that we've been praying for it. Maybe we prayed before we did more bless God. So hence like you need to be specific. You need to be specific in that and then pour out your heart and into long I mean. Because if you can't be praying for something like you're not sure of.
Bro, what makes a prayer sufficient for the desired outcomes?
If the desire is going to fulfill the purpose of the Lord, that's when the prayer is going to be sufficient. But then if your prayer is about just like in total fast, then I can feel.
All right. I have a moment. We're heading to our closing. I have a moment where now, so I have this diary. It's my personal diary. So when I'm studying, I'm putting all the notes of the people that I'm studying here. And mostly it's principles around money, beliefs, and mindset we spoke about. And I'm just going to turn a page randomly and I'm going to pick up like 3 viewpoints and then I'm going to ask for your interpretation or understanding from those.
Okay.
Or if you agree or you disagree, and what's your counterpoint.
Okay.
Yeah? All right. All right. Okay, let's take it right here.
Okay.
This is Sean Croston. People which agree with everything you say. What's your take on that?
Yeah, 100% I agree with that. Like, okay, if everyone is always agree with you, then when are you going to learn? Because of even if maybe say, you're saying something that is rubbish, and then they applaud you, no, that's the, it's fine. Surround yourself with people that disagree with you so that you can think deep about what you are saying or what you are thinking or what you want to do. You get what I'm saying? Like people that who are going to challenge you to be more than like people who just putting you on the same position of mindset. Because hence I'm saying like you can't be want to be a millionaire and then you're sitting with people who have poor mindset. Whereby if you guys have 500,000, for example, and then what they see, no, let's go and spend that money. And then if you are sitting with people like with wealthy people, that's whereby we say, okay, we have 500, so where can we invest first? People who are challenging you or to think deep.
Tell me here, when you say surround yourself with wealthy people, do you mean people with actual wealth or people with same mindset?
Upper mindset. Because of
but on the same concept.
Of what you are pursuing. Because of you can't be sitting with together about that something. Maybe we want to start the campaign. Or realize where is working. Like it bring up FFBK, bring up as why. What things that we came across. Okay, us we did offer a vision. Yeah, or something. Again. And then it's in your heart and also on your mindset. And then at least the ways of that thing or it's hard. Again. And then maybe you want to collaborate with or into successful. So hence sometimes if you for like some of the things you have to go them to only you are. If people on other one they are not in the same vision as you. It's to that point whereby okay, we trauma campaign and then Harry Feely as if like some of them but when you have and then the person who has the vision, the desire of achieving something. If we associate ourselves but they come across that road, yeah, okay, I once had the vision And then how did that come about? Like if you tell them more, go on, like you're going to achieve that thing. Because without umbrella for for 2 months just to have equity to start it. And then learn about okay, if you can buy 200, then you buy 50,000, then you buy a camera to it as by a explore. You buy equipment, it's a company build. And then but there was someone who had 5,000 or 10,000. But it's an ana for no auto hela twin ye lo to la wena molemo ha e tswele lona molemo then I decided for no keep. So hence it's on to they are willing to risk just to make sure that the vision is hard. Because of you can't be doing something and then not risking it. Don't expect them for it my brother. Hence this comes to the question of like when it comes to forest, just be a person who's going to risk. Be the person who's risk free. You don't question money. Maybe get a child to get a phone on Apple Mama 12 Max, 14 Pro Max. Then I've decided like let me just to find account and then see on a got you by do. And I don't blame myself for no get a child there in because I understand that I'm a risk taker. If ever didn't take the risk, I make something. Maybe I get achieved into and also learn. Because it's important to go, you have to each and every day learn from yourself. Each we for no okay, even nam dimaga mbresa ga instead of a ke family I can bring it around and get a asset ka thoko ho be le di students dula for example. So go on bona for like your also your purpose and your desire na di collaborate jwale into that modimo ya hotla.
Bro, love that so much, man. And now, I think, should we go to another one?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, let's get to this one. Learn into a difficult, learn into a difficulty, because it's okay not to know how to do it.
Yes,
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. And then that one I was sharing with one of my colleagues back at work, whereby Modimo o tla ba o fa a vision, re shebe vision ya Moses, ne, re shebe vision ya Abraham. For Modimo o re ke batla o ye plekeng e itseng with a sacrifice. Ka mora o mo ratang. That's the difficult thing because of if you check out Abraham o bile le ngwana jwang and then the aging tse fe and then bona na for tla ba lo mo and then o bona if ana bleletse mosadi wa hae or na ka be etsa ntho ka ba khala mo stopile
Because it was a
difficult things and then re shebe Job also. Job everything he was wealthy man una blessitswe to una blessitswe a whole and then he lost everything but azange a twella modimo and then those things ya be ke tsona tse mo hodisa more or understand that vision and that modimo because hence ke show like once you go through difficult things ke ona na go le gono modimo batla o hodisa mo go yona so sake more kingdom and then imagine situations of it also don't focus on what you are passing through because it will distract and then le bible ya bua for if o feta dintho shebiso matlo a go yena and then yena ke na mothatla ka solution because of my phone maybe your car is about to be taken by the bank and then on to stress ka yona chances even ga ithola ka 100 mamanyino no because of ke ntho satana ba tla go focus mo go yona o mo like o mo feel that mindset babo and end up o ka bonta temodimo nda temodimo ka semfe koloi e seng kuwa enyenye yona ntho blessing ka ke yona tlo testa ka go bona for if e ka tloswa ntho eno neng gotsa if e tlositswe ntho o no e batla go yena na o tlo mo lebala babo so hence again like now I always appreciate challenges and then how you challenge you can't even see different of means ke se mo redi ke le ngwena no yana ke fitte challenges tse ding tse ngata hampe but then I give like go spanning ke smile like ke sharp wow ke sharp so you have to go through difficulties for whole because if you like also play in a smooth life you never grow my brother.
I get it. Man, I want to ask, I guess this is one of the few questions, if not last. When you look out throughout your life, which day remains remarkable in your life? And what was happening on that day? out of all these days, this is the day I would choose to actually stand out for me.
Okay. Days whereby ngiqala ukubhala le ntate Modimo, like our iponaza bophelong ba ka.
So this is one day that
This-
out of all days, it remains a remarkable day.
Okay, that year is more like a day.
No, I actually want a day.
Okay, the day ke re qala ho ala wa ntate Modimo because of that's the most day long I will never forget. Even if I go set things or set path, I just remember the day ha ne ke mo nka ho no le jwang and o nkile ko kae. So even though now I have to forget him now because of things are not going my way. No.
How does it feel when your life can you put it in very simple terms the difference of a life with God and a life without God? How does it feel to have him and to be without him? Is there anything that you feel like
Yeah.
emotionally?
Yeah.
Take me through that.
Okay, the life without God, you'll feel like there's something that is missing, and you look what is that something is missing until maybe you lose the whole thing, then you discover no sure that they more, because we tend to do things without consulting God, and then has re qetile ho di etsa kgotsa re le processing ya ho di etsa bele wana ba hopolang for we forgot to involve God here ka be ke sa fetang because of Bible ya bua for I'm alpha and omega, so you can't expect omega if ever there was no alpha. Ne? So
On my point, the difference.
the difference, okay, the difference ke hore if Modimo a le teng mo ntho e tlo etsahala despite hore na jena teng e jwang hore etsahala, and then if Modimo a le teng o tla bona le wena like o na le peace man, if everything is happening you are relaxed, you are calm, how vulnerable. But then if God is not there, vulnerable, you don't have peace. Like how wena o utlwa fa hona le ntho e shotang ha hona peace my brother. But then if Modimo le teng there, you have peace and then everything runs smooth. So ke mamo le hore if challenges comes, if like Modimo le teng mo fa tsona, but if a le siko ba o itwanela ba tlo iketsa tsona, and then the more ntse ba tlo itwana is the more ntse frustrated le kelelo ya hao o batlana le ntho tse le hona ha di tlo spana, and o end up maybe o entse di-cold tse fetang. For example, let's say maybe what we done and then we go for okay, we for maybe on 10,000, we end up oya machonisi or 20 or 10 20.
Alright.
But then if we don't feed them with that situation, not maybe I feel like there's something that is not happening more when so 10k I'm giving to you only to find out to give you that man if udimela, meaning there's always solution with God, unlike big that didn't talk about it. And then you're living happy after if Modimo teng because of Modimo to etsa ka bo hona hore ntho e etsahale. Like you have a backup. You're not doing things on your own. But if you're doing things on your own, you don't have backup. Because even people that you trust, they will be backup. For example, family. But also for uncle mama, I have only base on a but I fell 5,000. About 10,000 to more. I can have one boy, Mshan. When I'm going through such things, and because of mucho no matepil. That situation.
Man, I get you. I now want to close it. Thanks for coming, man. It was
Yeah.
nice having you.
Thank you, my brother.
Every time, man.
One, I wish that I never grew up in the shacks. I'm the first of the medical degree. I was once offered a job to sell drugs.
Which one best decision that you always tap yourself on the shoulder for? That I'm glad that when other people were deciding that, or when out of all decisions I had, I'm glad that I decided this one.